Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Get to work with my wife. It's like a dream come true every single day with you.
Well, thank you.
So I think that I might have been being a little silly. It's not. It's like a reality come true, though.
Yeah.
And I actually do really enjoy working with you. And we kid around all the time. And we have fun. But I got to tell you, I am pretty darn fortunate to have this good-looking chick over here as my wife because our sense of humor is the same. And where some people might get upset because of the dumb things I say, you know that I'm just kidding around having fun. So
yeah.
It works out nice. Hey, speaking of fun people, we're going to finish our conversation with Missy Robertson. We had talked to her on Wednesday for the first half of the interview, and it was a longer interview, so we have the second half of the interview coming up today. Going to be talking about more of the cool things that she's working on, in addition to Duck Dynasty. She's got a lot of other stuff, too. And then I've got a quote from Sam Walton. He's the dude that invented Walmart. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but the
started Walmart.
Founder of Walmart. That's probably a better way he invented. I don't think that's right. There's only one boss, the customer, and he can fire everybody in the company from the chairman on down, simply by spending his money elsewhere. It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
So even if you own the place, you still have a boss, your customers. Very good quote. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
I don't know what today is, but I have a feeling. It kind of feels to me like a lima bean respect day.
You snuck a peek at my list. You are a cheater.
I feel like we should be respecting lima beans
Today is Friday, April the 20th, and it is National Lima Bean Respect Day. It's because I was saying it's weird. Usually they say like Lima Bean Appreciation Day.
Right.
So why is it we can't just appreciate lima beans?
Respect them.
They demand respect, Heidi.
Right.
You will respect
my authority.
your lima beans. Even if you won't finish them, you'll respect them. National Cheddar Fries Day. So you go from something super duper healthy and good for you to something I like. Cheddar fries. That's really good. And you know what's even better than cheddar fries? I know it's hard to get better than cheddar fries. You know what's better than
Regular
that?
fries are better than cheddar fries.
Cheddar fries with bacon on top. I mean, there's just something magical
Just
about
fries
that.
and ketchup. That's the way
That's
the
all
good Lord intended.
Either way, I like fries, I like bacon, I like ketchup, I like cheddar. I mean, you mix it all together. I'm a happy dude. National Look-alike Day today. Wait a minute. You look familiar. You look just like my wife. Oh, wait, you are my wife.
Wow.
And it's National Pineapple Upside Down Cake.
I have not had that in years. I love pineapple upside down.
Now, when
cake.
you eat it, do you eat it upside down or do you eat it right side up? The cake is upside down, right? It's not.
Right.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Just wanted to make sure. I've not had that, so I'm going to have to try it sometime.
You have to. I've
Have
made
I?
it for you.
When have we
Yes.
made that?
Oh, years ago.
You'll have to let me know next time what I'm eating. I don't. You put it in front of me. I
It's
just
pretty
eat it.
obvious. There's big rings of pineapple on
I don't
the
know.
top of it.
Oh, I'm sure it was good then. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.
John and Heidi.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-818-3967. 800-818-3967. That's 800-818-3967. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
John and Heidi.
Coming up, we've got your brain on drugs. But first, according to a new study, about 89% of NFL players use marijuana. So I don't know if they admit to it or if they didn't pass a drug test. But 89% of NFL players? That means only, if my math is correct, only 11% of NFL players don't use marijuana.
Or at least they don't admit to it.
Yeah, that is a crazy number. I mean, I don't know. That's not legal, right? So
Well, depending on where you are.
Oh, yeah, I suppose in some places that is legal.
Yeah.
So,
Broncos are probably lighting up 24/7.
well, I don't know. I think that usually when you think about athletes, you don't think about somebody that's going to do that because, they usually are trying to take better care of themselves. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be a little naive and don't know what I'm talking about. Because
you're very naive.
Every
and
once
don't know
in a
what
while-
you're talking about.
Every once in a while we get in certain subjects, I am like way off into the weeds. I'm like, what were we talking about again? Coming up, we do have your brain on drugs. That's on the way. I have a link to this little statistic and the story that comes with it in our show notes on our page, johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Each day at this time, we talk about people doing dumb things under the influence, but addiction is no laughing matter. If you or someone you know needs help, there's a toll-free number you can call.
1-800-438-0380.
That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline.
1-800-438-0380.
And this is Your Brain on Drugs. A Jamaican woman was arrested at JFK International Airport after attempting to smuggle 6 pounds of cocaine inside a liquor bottle. Jamaican citizen Stephicia Miller had landed at JFK from Kingston, Jamaica, from the capital there, when U.S. Customs Border Protection officers found 2 bottles of Bailey's Irish Cream in her duty-free box. One bottle contained a white powder. Officers
That's
confirmed
not fishy.
the powder. She's like, oh, that's just creamer for my coffee.
Yeah.
No. They confirmed the powder tested positive for cocaine. Cocaine was seized, weighed 6 pounds, had an estimated street value of
Holy
$110,000.
cow.
Miller reportedly faces narcotics smuggling charges now. So don't attempt to do that. That is a bad idea. But kids, that is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, courtesy of ChannelSurferTV.com. Elizabeth Hurley is back in the news. Now, we talked about Elizabeth Hurley
did.
a while back because of a photo that she had taken at her son's 16th birthday party,
Right.
and there were people saying it was too revealing. Now, we hadn't seen the photo at the time. We later, because I just said, what is the big deal? So we clicked on it, and Heidi said, maybe that was a little too much. Still, it's not like there was anything showing that was, I don't know.
But still, I would think that, like, if I wore something
You
like
would
that
dress
to
more conservative.
Taylor's
Yeah. Our
16th
daughter's-
birthday party, she would have been mortified.
Yeah. So, maybe
So I can see how people were like, yeah, that's probably not
She's
very
back in the news
tasteful.
now for another photo with her son, and this time she has Joan Collins sitting on the other side of her son. I guess they're in a show together. See, that's why it's big screen, little screen. I should know the show, but I don't. If I were a journalist, I would do some tracking down, but I'm not. I'm
Just don't care enough.
commentator. But the good news is I do have a link to the story for those of you who are really inquiring, but they say they don't think that she's dressed appropriately again. So Elizabeth Hurley.
Maybe
just
she has a
in the
bizarre
news.
relationship with her son.
I think she's 53 years old. She looks like she's in her 30s, and she's like, hey, if I can pull it off, I'm going to dress the way I want to dress. So there you go. And that's going to do it for the time. We ran out of time on one story. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
John and Heidi.
Now your scoop of the day, courtesy of 49bydesign.com. If somebody in your household eats the tasty marshmallow bits out of the Lucky Charms box and leaves you with those cardboard-like cereal crunchy letter things, oh boy, your dreams have come true. There's now a 3-pound bag of marshmallows only available. What do you think of that? Are you a marshmallow fan?
No. You have to have the crunch in with the marshmallows. You
I
can't
think-
have just a bowl of the marshmallows. That's gross.
I think it's the mix that's perfect. And
Yeah.
like even Reese's peanut butter cups, they came out with the big cup, and the combination
Yeah,
is too
the
much
big
peanut
cup
butter. I'm
was
like,
too much.
it was perfect before. So
Yeah.
I think personally, this is not something I'm going to go for.
And talk
but
about highway to diabetes. I mean, you can't just eat a bowl of marshmallows.
What you eat there? Sugary, marshmallowy treats in milk. Reviewers note that they taste pretty much the same as the ones that come in the Lucky Charms box. Now, note to self, not from Lucky Charms, by the way. But you can put fistfuls of these into your own cereal and spice it up. They're saying, I've got a link to the story here. Guess how much a bag of marshmallows only would cost?
Oh, I don't know, $5-6.
$20.
What? Are you kidding?
You got to be a major mega fan. I mean, to spend $20.
That's ridiculous.
In their defense, it's a 3-pound bag, and marshmallows don't weigh that much. So that thing's going to be the size of a duffel bag. It's going to be huge. A visitor from Seattle was really impressed with his dinner on Sunday of last week in Chicago's Boca restaurant. The food and service made him so happy that he gave every restaurant employee, there were 17 employees there, Heidi, gave every one of them a $100 bill. That's $1,700 bucks. In addition to a 39% tip, which was another $300
Holy cow.
on his $769 meal for 6. So the man, identified as Mike from Seattle, had a tip of over $2,000 for the tip alone.
Wow.
So he must have really liked it.
Good for him.
I'm going to have to check out this Boca restaurant.
I need to get to know Mike.
There you go. Mike, want to take us out? We're
Did you like the show this morning?
What'd you think of that, Mike?
Where's my 100?
Have a little jar here that says tips. No, we don't have that. And you don't need to tip the DJ. The online video game Fortnite is incredibly, I can't even talk. It's incredibly popular, apparently. Although I have never heard of it. Have you? Fortnite? Have you heard of it?
I don't think so.
Here's why it's so popular. One reason. It can be played on a PC, a game system, or an iPhone or an iPad. Some teachers have to confiscate phones when kids are caught playing Fortnite in class. Fortnite's maker, Epic Games, recently added a warning to the game's loading screen asking students, please do not play during class. You shouldn't have to put that on there. But it's so popular because it's so portable. Almost like this game my wife likes called Candy Crush. Do you have it on your phone again, or is it gone now?
I can't have it on my phone.
Yeah.
I am not responsible enough to have it
I'm
on my
glad
phone.
that you can. That the first step is admitting you have a problem. she clearly has a problem. What level are you on right now?
I don't know, like 2,600 or
There
something.
are people currently in the back room at Candy Crush trying to figure out how can we stump Heidi Small because we have to keep building levels. She just won't quit. She continues to crush our candy. And I don't even.
It's so addicting.
What do? You don't crush the
It's
candy.
a puzzle. You have to clear the puzzle.
How many levels am I on? 0. Never done that. No.
Well, don't get started because you can't stop.
I remember when I was a kid, I liked a game called Tetris. Does that even exist anymore? I don't think it does.
I don't know if it does.
All right. A Japanese man attempted to rob a bank, and he failed when he collapsed with hunger. They say he perked up when they provided him with a meal after his arrest.
So
that's
he was
really
probably
sad.
robbing it because he needed money for food.
And if that's the case, he should have done something else because that's not a good plan. But I'm really sad to hear that happened.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you go to the proper authorities and you ask for assistance.
Get something.
And,
this has been your scoop of the day. I have show notes, by the way. It's a new thing, and I'm not going to keep talking about it forever, but I'm talking about it now because it's still a new thing. We have a show notes blog with all the stuff we talk about here. So if you missed something and you want to see it, it's at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Do you have ideas for t-shirt designs, but you don't have a clue how to print them? Or maybe you'd like to have t-shirts and coffee mugs available to buy online with your business logo printed on them. There's a website that makes it easy. We set ours up in about 10 minutes. There's no sign-up fee, no minimum orders, no monthly fees. It's just a really easy way to put some cool items online for sale, and you get paid every time somebody buys them. You don't have to print or ship anything. Just sign up, upload your designs, and then let people know where they can get your cool stuff. More details available at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Our special guest today is Missy Robertson. Now, we did the first half of our interview on Wednesday. We've got the second half of our interview with Missy Robertson today. Now, you may know her from Duck Dynasty. She's also got books that she's put out. She's got so many other great projects. We're even going to talk today about the miamoo Fund, which I'm excited to visit with her about. But Missy, all of these amazing things that you've had a chance to be a part of, have you guys had things come your way that you had to say no, it wasn't a good fit for you?
Oh yes. For years we turned down way more than we accepted because of that very reason. And there was probably things that we never even heard about. You know, again, no one really saw the magnitude of the success of this show coming. So it was impossible to prepare for that. So there was a lot of things that I think we just missed. That we just have to trust that if God really wanted us to be a part of that, He would have brought it to us. And so I know that we missed some opportunities, but I also know that God was in control. He saw the opportunities that we were supposed to take advantage of. And again, he left that choice to us. But Jason and I really tried to, to take seriously some of those, even though some of those may have brought in a lot of money or more fame. They were not right for our family and what we wanted to do. So we had to kind of juggle, like, what do we think we can do to help shine, not just shine the light of Jesus, but also to make sure that our kids stay grounded and in this life. And that's really, really hard right now in this day and age for anybody to do, much less putting your family on national television.
Again, visiting right now with Missy Robertson. Now, something that I know is near and dear to you and to many other people, too, is something called the miamoo Fund. Let's talk about the miamoo Fund.
Yes, we started that in 2014, right as we aired the episode that showed about her cleft lip and palate. She was born with a cleft lip and palate. She's 14 now, so that was in 2003. We started the fund in 2014 called the miamoo Fund, and you can find out more about that at miamoo.org. But it's to help domestic families right here in America who have found themselves in the situation that Jason and I did, that where, you're going to have a baby with a cleft lip and palate, and you don't know what to do. You have no resource. You have no, maybe not as much insurance coverage as you would like, as you would hope. You'll find that out. And we found ourselves in quite a bit of debt after just a couple of surgeries. So we want to help other families who find themselves in this situation. We want to give them the information that they need in order to learn about the diagnosis, and then also treatment plan options. We also have applications there if you would like to apply for funds, because we understand the monetary, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
It's challenges in a lot of ways, but we want to help alleviate some of those challenges for these parents.
Well, I think it's wonderful that you're doing that. What does Mia think of having that named after her?
Oh, she loved it. She thought it was she thought it was darling, because Uncle Willie is the one who called her miamoo. So she that was kind of her idea. But she understands that she is different, but yet she understands that it is an opportunity that she can share this difference with other people and share the hope that she has. And so even though she's young, it's all she's ever known, and we don't treat her any differently than we treat our boys who weren't born with this condition. So she understands that she's not catered to, she's not babied, she doesn't feel special, she feels completely normal. And I think that's a lot of it too. It's like she realizes nothing's going to hold me back, including this. She's a very determined little girl and has a lot of self-confidence. So just that hope alone gives parents a little bit more, a better outlook, a more positive outlook that we can get through this. This is not devastating. We can get through this. So, yes, we're there to help other families, and not just born with cleft lip and palate, but we want to give that encouragement to anyone who's going through any kind of trial.
And one of the other things that I think is amazing, you guys have done so well that you don't need to do any other side projects if you don't want to. But I love your jewelry line, because it, in addition to helping people look nice, because, hey, you get to wear this beautiful jewelry, you're helping to employ a bunch of people right in the West Monroe area there, and people who are in need of work, and now they have jobs because of this. I think that's amazing.
Thank you. Yes, it's definitely been another challenge in my life, but giving women who are in need of a new purpose some direction, some spiritual goals to set and try to accomplish, they can just they're turning those cycles around from dysfunctional to functional with their children, getting their children back and learning how to be a responsible mom and parent. And so that's always a good thing for all of us. But these women they really need that extra confidence in order to do that, and they're together with each other every day so they understand each other's struggles.
And if you'd like to help Missy help others, I'm going to put a link to that website where you can find the jewelry. I also have a link to the miamoo Fund if you'd like info on that, and to her books that are available as well. I've got a link to all of that on our social media. Missy, thank you again for taking time to visit with us today.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.
Again, Missy Robertson. I've got a link to all of the stuff we just talked about at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
In a world that constantly tells you you're not good enough,
12 easy ways to lose weight now.
it's easy to start believing that. I'm Amanda Johnson. I have a new perspective on the self-help genre. My book, Becoming Enough, A Heroine's Journey to the Already Perfect Self, will guide you to find your own happiness. Learn to block out the distractions of what the world thinks and learn to be happy with who you truly are. Becoming Enough. Available now on Amazon or learn more at amandajohnson.tv.
John and Heidi.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average person falls asleep in how many minutes do you suppose? I'm going to cover that so you don't see.
Well,
The average person.
I know I'm not average. I would say 20.
No, 7 minutes. The average person falls asleep in 7 minutes. It takes Heidi 2 hours. It takes me 12 seconds. So
takes me
it kind of balances
forever.
out. Although last night I woke up in the middle of the night, I couldn't go back to sleep. So I looked over and I saw you sleeping so peacefully.
I slept pretty good last night only because I had to take a sleeping pill before I went to bed.
And then I snapped a photo of you sleeping, and
you
you
did.
woke up when I did it. You said, you post that, you die. I'm going to share it on Facebook when the show's done. So, I'm not really.
And tomorrow will be the Heidi Show.
No, I won't do that. And another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
According to Chinese acupuncture, there's a point on your head that you can press to control your appetite. It is located in the hollow just in front of the flap of the ear. Is that here? Let me try that. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm so full right now.
I doubt that. There's
couldn't-
no way.
Now are you full too? I've got a link to this on our show notes page if you want to search around for it too. And that is at johnandheidishow.com. It looks like you have your ears plugged.
No
She's got her
way.
fingers in her
That's
ears.
not going to work.
I'm going to keep trying it.
Ridiculous.
We'll see. Again, a couple of fun facts courtesy of learnwithoutloans.com.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the grandiloquent word of the day. Heidi still has her fingers in her ears over
I'm
there.
still trying to figure it out.
She's poking around.
I can't feel the hollow area you're talking about. so-
Supposedly a spot you can push on the side of your head that's going to make you not hungry. I don't know. Our grandiloquent word, by the way, is impecunious. 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 If you ever wonder why I do it in little chunks like that, they spell it out like phonetically behind the word. That's the one I read. So if I get it wrong, it's because, well, I'm still trying to read the phonetic one. But what do you think
I honestly could
impecunious
not
means?
tell you.
It's an adjective, having very little or no money, usually habitually. If you're penniless, we
That
are
would be us.
impecunious. No, we're not quite penniless, but having very little or no money or penniless, that would be impecunious. This is today's grandiloquent word. Usually they're $5 words. This one, absolutely free. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
John and Heidi.
Time now for some weird news on this Friday. The cops are in search for a man they have dubbed the Man Bun Creeper, which is a bizarre name, because he was in St. Petersburg, Florida at a Publix, and he tweeted, police tweeted about the Man Bun Creeper because they released a video that totally explains how he got the nickname. It shows him creepily walking up in this Publix and quickly squatting near women's skirts and then using his cell phone to record images of them.
Oh.
Yeah. Anybody with info about this not so nice guy?
And he has a man bun.
Yeah, apparently he's got a man bun. I don't know. I just don't understand what some people are thinking. That makes no sense whatsoever to me. But
well, the man bun alone tells you he's not making good
you
decisions.
know, I actually was thinking the same kind of thing about the man bun. Then I talked to a dude that had one that was just awesome, and I was like, no, I kind of want to grow a man bun.
No, you do not want a man bun.
Can I get a strap-on man bun?
No.
I talked to a dude who was cool who had a man bun. It forever changed my opinion of the man bun.
No, the man bun.
I'm not saying I'm going to grow one.
Not a
Just
good
saying.
thing. That is. So, I would rather that you have a mullet. I'm not even kidding.
Maybe
That is horrible.
I've talked to many people with mullets that I really like as well. So this has been your Weird News, courtesy of 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, courtesy of learnwithoutloans.com. We head to Los Angeles, where the LAPD task force seized, you ready for this? $700,000 worth of fake cosmetics that contained human waste. Ugh.
Oh, gross.
They raided 21 locations in downtown's fashion district. The investigation started after customers called the actual cosmetic companies complaining of bumps and rashes from their products.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Customers revealed they bought these products in Santee Alley. The anti-piracy unit swooped in, doing some undercover buys to test the product. The captain of the police department there said the results of the operation were released on Twitter. He said, they explained the fake cosmetics were found to contain bacteria from human waste. Why?
Oh, my gosh. That's just so disgusting.
Out of 21 businesses raided, they cited 6 of the owners. Raided and cited 6 of the owners were arrested, while the rest were receiving cease and desist orders. That was a tough story for me to stumble through for some reason.
Yeah, it was.
I think it's the human waste in cosmetics that kind of got me. That's just one more reason I'm glad that I don't wear makeup. I mean, and the fact that it wouldn't look good on me. But one more reason, I'm just really glad that I don't do that. This has been your moment of duh. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
In a world that constantly tells you you're not good enough,
12 easy ways to lose weight now.
it's easy to start believing that. I'm Amanda Johnson. I have a new perspective on the self-help genre. My book, Becoming Enough, A Heroine's Journey to the Already Perfect Self, will guide you to find your own happiness. Learn to block out the distractions of what the world thinks and learn to be happy with who you truly are. Becoming Enough. Available now on Amazon, or learn more at amandajohnson.tv.
John and Heidi.
Time now for Fake News or Florida.
Okay.
Florida.
I like this
one. Okay. I have people who love this, by the way, and others who hate this. So I apologize for those of you who hate it, and thank you to those of you who love it. Each day I do one story now. I was doing several, and we just didn't have room for it. I could probably do more, but I want to make sure we have enough because I don't want to run out. I mean,
Okay.
this is radio gold right here.
It
Heidi.
is, I agree.
It is not. This is what Heidi wanted to do. I wanted to do something nice. She's like, hey, how about we make fun of a whole state? Oh, yeah. Great idea.
I'm an equal opportunity offender. We
And
can
here's
mix
the
up
thing.
the states.
We're not really making fun of a whole state. It just happens to be fake news and Florida kind of go together, so it's kind of fun. But tell me if this is fake news or if it's something that really happened in the state of Florida, Heidi. A mother and daughter were arrested for prostitution at the very same time. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
Sorry, this really happened.
Oh.
Heidi's been wrong. Ever since I started covering up the answers, I noticed you haven't done so
John.
well.
You're such a liar.
She's a cheater face. That's what's going on. It is a true story, and I have a link to it in our Fake News or Florida section of the John and Heidi Show blog show notes post, whatever it's called. Can you tell I'm new at that thing?
You're a professional.
I don't know what it's called yet. The show notes blog at johnandheidishow.com. Good news on the way.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It's courtesy of Odiva, the monthly subscription service specifically for the ladies. All of the details at radiosavings.com. This is a neat story. Heidi sent this to me. Students wonder why 80-year-old teacher still teaches. After learning the truth, they did the unexpected. You remember sending this?
Yes, a long time ago.
He's been a substitute teacher in Minnesota since 1991. When his students found out why he'd been working so hard, they decided to chip in and help. They not only reached their goal, but exceeded their goal, and it's their surprise announcement saw him overwhelmed with gratitude. Walter Erickson is 80. He's a retired teacher who's been subbing at Champlain Park High School in Minnesota for a long, long time. And it says right here, he just impacted so many of our lives in amazing ways. He's the kind of substitute teacher where he connects with us more on a personal level, and he obviously loves what he does, and that makes it more encouraging for us to learn. Well, then they found out that his wife was going to be having some cataract surgery and some dental expenses, and that's why he was working so hard to make sure he could take care of his lifelong sweetie. And the kids found this out, and they said, well, let's see if we can help raise some money. And they said he didn't need a ton. $500 is what they were trying to raise. Well, they blew past that goal right away. Guess how much they raised?
How much did they raise?
$13,905.
Great.
Yeah, that is amazing. People from the school and from the community and all around just poured out love on this gentleman who's been there for a long, long time. And they said he was just overwhelmed by the students' generosity. He says, I know my wife will appreciate it very much. Thanks a lot. Really, a lot, he said, noticeably touched with a tear in his eye.
The video was very, very
And
sweet.
I
If you
do
get
have
a
a link-
chance, you
yeah.
really should watch the video.
I've got a link to the whole story and the video in our show notes blog at johnandheidishow.com. Hey, it's almost like I prepared and know what to call that thing now. It's going to look a whole lot prettier here real soon. I'm working on all that, but at least now we have a place for it. We're still throwing stuff out on social media, but they've been limiting what we can say there, so we're now using social media to push people to the show notes blog at johnandheidishow.com. It's a whole lot better that way. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you again soon.